where did this extra speed come from? And you're gone.
Matt's like, God, wait for me. I super enjoyed our ride today. I'm a little sore, but I feel like I could have done, I feel like we could have done like 15 more miles for sure. 100%.
Yeah, coming around the corner and watching the sunset was unbelievable.
It's that feeling of like when your legs just feel strong and you're going hard and it's just that feeling of speed. Can't beat it. Can't beat it.
Yeah, screw all of you. Fucking wait, Jesus. Fucking Christ. Like, that was not my case. Not even close.
Oh, you're being serious? Like,
yeah.
Actually.
Oh yeah, that feeling of like, yeah, my legs feel great. Yeah, they felt great like halfway through the ride, and then all of a sudden the pace picked up, and you're like, ooh, the sunset's great, and I'm gone. I'm trying to catch up, and there is no chance. I'm like, hey, yelling, guys, like, I'm dropping. You know, where did this extra speed come from? And you're gone.
Matt's like, God, wait for me. You left me. Fuck, Matt.
I'm mad at you, but that's funny.
I'm sorry. Dude, you know what I will say, though? I will say that in the beginning, when we first started, and I'd be riding with John, and all of a sudden John would just be like, hey, yeah, you know, I didn't know you knew magic, Josh. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm not a magician. And he goes, well, you just disappeared all of a sudden. And I'm like, you bastard.
Yeah,
Right.
that's fair when you guys are like, hey, Josh, I'm going to race you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, drop, and then you guys 6 feet, 10 feet. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. So obviously, we are trying to ride as a group of friends. This is not a big shop ride or anything like that. So how do we figure this out? This is clearly a little bit of an issue. So perhaps we should address it.
Are we addressing it now?
Let's do it.
We're going into it.
Okay, what do you guys think about who should set the pace? Like,
Who always sets the pace, Stacie? Who always sets the pace?
Sorry.
Every time we leave the house, who's in the front all the way? And I'm looking and I'm like, okay, all right, well, maybe I can start today. Maybe I could get up in there. And then John just like, all right, guys. So, you know, he does the, you know. And
This is completely not true.
It is 100% true. No, John, you know, you just come out, you know, you're going and everything. And then
I know you guys like to warm up, so I'm trying to provide a service by leading us out.
That is true.
And taking the front position for a while until you guys are ready, and then we take turns.
Asserting dominance. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So we're all riding, right? We're in the group ride. And, you know, we have done before pacelining, right? Like, I didn't know what a paceline was. John was saying that to me, and it's like, hey, we're going to do a paceline. And I think that is cool because you can kind of give everyone a seat at the front, and they can, you know, kind of go at their pace. So if like John's pace is, say, some arbitrary number is like 20 miles an hour, right? And then once your pace is up there, you can, you know, hey, I'm feeling maybe 17 miles an hour or something, you know?
Yes, but no. Because the whole idea of the pace line is you keep the pace. I mean, like when we started practicing pace lining, okay, it made sense. Everybody gets a shot. You do your turn. Okay, fine. So by the time I get to the front, sure, I'm trying to do, let's say, 18. And then we get to one bus stop, I do the chicken wing, and then I drop back. Problem is, you guys all have no problem of just, okay, I have a little bit in the tank, I can get right back into the line and I can recover. You guys all forget, by the time I'm done doing 18, I'm done. And so when I'm trying to get back in line and I'm trying to do the recovery, I'm not recovering. I'm still knee deep in zone 3. or 4. So we're still going down the highway, right? We're doing our normal thing in headwinds, and I get to the front. So I'm already, the thing is, if I'm in the back, I'm already burning up just to keep up with you guys. Especially after like the pace magically gets turned up. You know, we did the hot climb.
Why are you looking at me?
Oh, it's always you.
You know, he was looking at you the longest. He was like, and you see how he pointed only at you?
But
Oh, okay.
I'm
All right.
you know why I'm looking at you. I'm always like, Josh, slow down,
That is
Josh.
Oh, you're not in a
Josh.
either.
Josh,
We're not.
Josh, keep that same pace.
No, you know what doesn't help too is John in the background talking shit, you know, at the back of the thing. And he's like, guys, what's going on in the front? You know? Oh, man, I'm just having a great time just laxing back here. Bastard. It's the dominance. That's the thing. He's like, hey, once I go to the front.
I mean, he can do that to you because he knows like he can get more gas out of you.
Yeah. That's true. But you know he's egging you on too.
Okay, the way that John gets me egged on is we're in a climb, and then John finishes first, or even you finish first. Who comes back to pick me up?
Okay,
Single time.
okay. I need to step in because I have been vilified, even just earlier this morning by Stacie. I was told on this other ride that me even looking back at her is, what was the word?
Offensive.
Offensive. Keep in mind, I'm looking back to see where she is.
No, let
to
me
make
explain.
sure. No.
Okay, this is new to me.
Yes. And apparently, some others in our group have also told me that my looking back is offensive. So, yeah, that was my response.
Okay, I have a very different opinion of this. Apparently,
Yeah.
I'm not offended by it.
So even when you say me coming back around, which is out of the kindness
Yeah,
of
actually,
my
I'm
heart,
actually
because
not
I'm
that bad.
concerned to, and making sure that all of our riders are still okay. I'm being told that I'm offensive and evil and irritating and
The bad guy.
yes.
But it's just fun, John. It's just fun to kind of like
For you, but the others who are telling me this, I think they're being pretty serious.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the coming back for me. Okay, fine. I actually don't. I'm not that bothered by that one. I will admit.
How's the ass tap though?
That's the one.
That's the one, right?
That's the one that gets me. When
Oh,
you drop back and you're like, you can do better, and then you like try and push me forward. Ooh, that one.
Okay, we went over that one. Okay, that's not an ass tap.
it's an ass tap. But you know what though?
That
I
is
thought
a
about it.
gentle friend push.
Yeah, I saw you do it to Stacie, and I was like,
I welcome that.
Do you see how this is just like impossible?
you haven't done it to me yet, and I appreciate it.
Because I would probably go backwards if I tried to push you forward.
Damn, that is true. I'm a heavy boy. You know what? That I will say though. I think after you explained it to me, if you wouldn't have said anything and just did it, I'd been like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is touching me right now? You know, and it was in the very beginning where like, in the beginning like when you're starting off, it's almost like uncomfortable to have someone close to
Yeah.
you, right?
True.
So
True.
that in correlation with like, being like how I am, I'm always like trying to be competitive, and then now you're kind of like giving me a little,
But I okay. I need to clear something for the record. First of all, I have not pushed anyone's ass. So I've pushed people's back.
Yeah.
There is no, let's just stop calling it an ass tap or push or whatever.
back push, because it sounds so much better. Yeah, I'm pushing you to give you a little bit of more.
Okay, I have not pushed anyone lately because clearly it's unwanted, except by Stacie. So
Okay.
yeah, that has stopped.
Yeah, but there might be a time where I'm cramping and be like,
It's
"Hey,
not going to happen.
John, I need an ass tap. Oh no, a back tap."
You've forfeited any, yeah, it's
We'd
not
be like,
happening.
Matt, touch my ass.
I think you're at the fitness level where there's just the expectation that you can live on your own.
That's true. Like if I bonk, then you're like, okay, well, Josh did it to himself.
Well, but on our last ride, you did stay in and you got pissed off.
minutes later, and you guys are miles apart. Fuck. Sorry about that.
So what was that mentality? Like, what were you feeling then? Like, why so mad?
So I think it's two things that could have mitigated it. The first is there was no expectation of the ride when we started. Like, I didn't know what kind of a ride it was, and I just assume it's just us. We're gonna stay in a group. It's a group ride. And then we kind of have a rule of like, okay, on the hill climbs you're a little bit on your own, but once you get to the top, we'll regroup. Well, we got to the top and I didn't see you guys. You were already down at the bottom of the hill. So I just continued like, okay, well, fuck, I'm just going to keep on going. I get to the bottom of the hill and you're not there either. Where are you guys? Another half a mile past that.
I think we had an internal, like, me and John had like an internal like thought about it. I was like, Matt will catch up.
Yeah. And so the idea in my head was, well, they're clearly gone, and there's no amount of pacing that I can do to catch up with your existing pace. So, all right, I'm just gonna live in this one. I'm not gonna kill myself, because if I do, I'm gonna be completely dead by the time I get to the group. And then once we regroup, we're all gonna take off, and then I'm just gonna get dropped again, which happened. I regrouped, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, great, you're back in, and you take off, and where am I? I'm still dead.
So then is it just better communication before the ride even starts? Is that like the type of ordeal? Like, hey, if you're behind, like, hey, this is kind of like what we're feeling today. This is kind of like the ride.
I think there are rides where it's, okay, this is a faster ride. You ready to do we're going to do a threshold ride.
Does it make a difference to know ahead of time?
Oh, yeah.
Even if you get dropped, this just the same as this last ride?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It totally makes a difference. If I know it's like, hey, you're going to stay in, and if you get dropped, well, we're going to meet here and here. Or
so pinpointing like meetup places.
Yeah, because that becomes the goal. It's the personal goal now of, okay, can I make it? Can I stay in up until this point? Okay, great. Now, can I stay up to this point? No, I'm kind of starting to, I'm gassed out. Now I can only do whatever speed it is, and I'm going to start dropping. It's like, okay, well, all right, I set the goal for myself. I knew where I could get to, and it's like, okay, I feel good about that at least.
I think a lot of emotion gets, for me anyway, it takes over. And it takes over with ego, and it takes over the emotion of like, I'm not fast enough. I can't keep in. And John keeps looking back. And I mean, no, I'm just saying it accentuates the fact that I can't keep in and I can't keep up. Right. And so I get mad a lot of times at myself, a lot of times at the fact that I have been training and I'm still not fast enough to even keep in is really frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
And so I get what you're saying, because it's like, try to reframe it, try to rethink, how can I get faster? And I have made all this progress, but the fact is I'm not fast enough. And it's freaking frustrating. So I know that part of it. I know where you're coming from.
I'm just always thinking about how can I be faster, not necessarily making my bike faster, but just me. And I think that with biking has taught me mentality is like so big. It's so big in that, and just realizing that if you think that you're tired, you're tired. If you think like, hey, you know what, my legs are about to fucking fall off, your legs are going to feel like you're fall off. But if you mentally can think, hey, you know what, I'm a fucking beast. John's whooping my ass right now, but he's not going to whoop my ass in a month. He's not going to whoop, you know what I mean? Stacie's burning me right now. I can smell her farts or whatever from the back of the line. Like, I don't want to smell farts anymore. So I'm going to go.
You know what's really awesome though, Josh, is both you and John have come from an athletic background, right? You guys were athletes. You're a football player. John's a paddler and a runner. And you folks have come up in that mindset from when you were really young. And I think it's harder for me personally to keep on that track. And I fully believe that what you think will happen. So if you think you can't do it, you're not going to do it. I do believe that. But that's not always easy to do.
Yeah.
And I think for you guys being an athlete and being competitive, you've learned how to do that.
Yeah, so I agree. And I think it's more than just physical improvement. I think it's really pulling in the mental training that you've had as an athlete.
Mm.
As you were talking about, changing that mentality, I don't think that comes quite so easy to everybody. It's second nature to you because you've spent years with a coach and with fellow athletes that are pushing each other and learning how to break that mental block that everyone has that just comes into play. And that's literally what training as an athlete is it's breaking that block and unlocking the next level in yourself, right? In addition to conditioning and whatnot. So I've had the same discussion with Stacie, and she constantly reinforces that fact that we are different. You can't just
It doesn't just happen overnight.
right.
It doesn't come easily.
And
Yeah.
even so far as me, what I think is encouraging her, maybe it's a little hard encouragement, but she sees it as completely offensive and irritating to the point where she wants nothing to do with me on the ride.
It's a little discouraging, actually. When you think it's encouraging, it feels like you don't believe that I've been pushing super hard and I'm pretty dead, and you're like, no, you can push harder.
Well, see, it's not that I don't believe that you are giving it your all. It's me believing that you have another level that you could unlock, that you can go faster than you're even going. Not that you're not putting in the effort, but that it is in you to go faster.
Is the act of him saying anything
Probably.
like
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's
100%.
When you get any advice from your husband, it's just not gonna be good. I know you always say you think that's your limit, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And I get mad at that.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. Like sometimes it's just it sucks.
It's the theory of the mom in the burning car where the kid is underneath the car and you know what I mean? When John is yelling at me, my child is underneath that fucking car and all I see is rear tire, Josh, I didn't know, oh God, I didn't know you were wearing a camouflage kit today. I'm like, brother, I was with you the whole time and then you kind of just, you know what I mean? You gave me a little catnip. I was like, oh, I'm keeping up. And then he looks back and he's like, nope, I'm going to go. But
everybody's a little bit different.
Right. But I love that. I love that about us. You know what I mean? I love that for us. But I love just the fact that we all have these different skill levels and we kind of play off of each other. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's great. I think it's a good dynamic.
It's fun, and I think that's why I've gotten a lot faster from when I first began, because honestly, the whole game of like trying to keep up with you
Oh,
guys.
100%.
Oh my God, every ride is like a full-on hit. Every single ride, trying to keep it.
Because if we were, you know what I mean? If John was just going at the same pace as us all the time, we'd be like, oh shit. But now we have like, it's the carrot. You know what I mean? It's the carrot in front, and we're the, what's the animal? What is it?
The donkey.
The donkey. That's, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I need the carrot. You know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, if John's going to be this much more faster than
I don't think you're speaking for the group right now.
Okay, sorry. That's for me. Sorry. No, I'm not.
But I think that's where like setting the expectation of a ride beforehand comes into play.
I do.
Like some rides are, okay, we're going to work out on this one. It's going to be go time.
So have that communication in the beginning. Hey, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, and I think that plays into mid-ride communication too. Like if it's hey, we're going to go for fun. We're going to go for distance, right? And distance to me, maybe this is part of the communication aspect. Distance to me automatically means the pace is going to be lower because I need to get my heart rate down lower because I'm going to burn out at 50 miles otherwise. Going for distance versus, I don't know, we're doing a loop ride and it's okay, we're going to try and get this under an hour. And then it's like, okay, no holds barred, you go.
So we'll start off together knowing it could be a drop ride, and then we'll end at the same. We'll
Ye-
come back
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
separately.
Having either, or if it's like a somewhat in between ride, is we set the meetup points. Okay, it's going to be at the Turnback of Hala, or it's going to be at that, whatever it is. Or if it's a full on drop, like, okay, at that point, I know the route. I know
Yeah.
how to get home.
Right.
So the game at that point, at least to me, is, do I have what it takes to stay in the group?
Mm-hmm.
And if I can stay in, that's an achievement for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is a milestone for me.
So are we saying that the best rides are balanced rides?
You know, that's a great one. And that's different for me. The best rides are the ones that I'm going home and I'm like, damn, my shit hurt. That's a good ride for me. I don't know. What about
So
you?
social or not? It does. It's how much can you hammer your legs?
Yeah, because I want to go home and be like, I can't really sleep well tonight. And you know why? It's because I fucking hammered today. I want to have nightmares of my ride.
Okay.
Nah,
my God.
that's a little bit too much. But yeah, that fills my cup. Is hammering that shit.
See, mine is more mission accomplished. That mission is,
Interesting.
what did we talk about beforehand? Are we on a scenic ride? Are we enjoying the sights? Were we going at a pace that I could enjoy it? No. Okay, that kind of sucked. Or maybe we did, and it's like, oh, I actually noticed like the scenery around here. Like, okay, that was the mission. Like, we enjoyed the ride. Or is it a workout? Then did I go home completely dead, feeling like Josh with chicken katsu legs? Yeah. All right. Good. That was a good ride.
Yeah. But see, like now you telling me that perspective, I'm like, damn, I should kind of think like that. You know what I mean? Like maybe that might be a good thing to think about today. You know what? Mission accomplished. I climbed the hill. I don't know. Like, you know, I didn't eat as much calories as I did. Now I can save all those calories that I ate in gummies and shit. It's like for after the ride.
That's me every day.
So, Stacie, then what is your motivation or goal?
For me, I think it's just to have fun cycling. And to me, fun is keeping up with you. So if I keep up with you and I'm pushing, that's great. If I overreach and I just can't seem to get in and keep up, it's not fun. It's not a good ride. That's just period for me.
I think there's a buried, I guess, sub goal in there though.
100%.
Because I mean, it's predicated on fitness.
Yeah.
So while you might say that the goal is fun, it's dependent on being fast.
Yeah.
Which is also a goal.
Yeah.
And looking at Strava afterwards and being like,
That is true. That has nothing to do with fun. And you are a Strava.
Yeah.
How many local legends and QMs you got now?
100%.
And she knows about all, like, you know, she knows where she's QOM and where she's local legend.
Yes. She's like, I gotta hit my QOM.
Yes.
I got
You can't tell me it's just fun in keeping up with me.
That was a little chat GPT of you, Stacie. I'm gonna say.
That was AI generated.
That was AI generated. I don't know where that came from. As soon as you said just have fun, I'm like, Stacie, what?
Well, because fun to me means keeping in. Fun to me means that I could keep up with you guys. You know, you and John. Like that's fun to me. The moment where you pull away and I try and I fail, and I'm not saying that one thing is going to make the ride not fun, but when it's the whole ride, and that's happened a few times, then it's like it becomes really frustrating. It becomes, I think my mindset turns negative, and then that's when the ride is just for me.
Well, is failing fun?
No.
I fucking love failing. Is that another mentality thing? Okay, well, maybe I don't want a tangent, but
I mean, for me, again, it depends on what the mission is.
Right.
If it was for the workout, then I failed, then it's like, no, that's not a big deal. But yeah, if we're like going out to Kailua and it's that big stupid hill that really kills me, and it's like, okay, you guys made the light and you're gone, and I'm still halfway down. That sucks. That failure sucks.
They talk a lot about the 1/3 rule. I'm not sure if I'm saying this correctly, but I heard that if in your training, if 1/3 of the time you have great rides and you feel awesome, and then you have 1/3 of the time where you feel pretty good, okay, and then 1/3 of the time where you feel kind of like crap, like that wasn't what I was looking for. That supposedly is a balanced training, and that's what should be expected. And that kind of points to what you're talking about, Josh, which failing part of the time, I think, I don't know if it's an athlete thing per se, but yeah, I think athletes look at that as, they're very familiar with that, and they look at that as, okay, this is how I know where I need to work on things.
John,
Mm.
what about you?
Well, for me, I think a lot of it has to do with fitness, trying to push myself. Um, I it supports my overall kind of health goals and whatnot. But I think I've always enjoyed competitive sports. I enjoy friendly competition here and there, especially when the other person doesn't know that we're racing. It's the best way.
Winning
I
it
love,
for a mile.
I love it. You're,
But yeah, no, it's fitness and it's fun. I certainly enjoy the social aspect of it, and doing it with other people is definitely, not that you weren't fun. I'm not going to say that. I love riding with you. I guess the one thing that I'm so curious about is, so Matt, you said setting expectations could solve a lot, but if you just set expectations, but yet every ride is still killing you, in the long run or the grand scheme of things, is that really a solution?
To me, it would be, because I'm still constantly building my level of fitness. So a ride at that point turns into a measuring stick. Can I stay in? Where did I drop? Is that different from last time? Okay, was I having a bad day? All right, but if I'm having a good day, all right, I was able to stay in. Okay, that becomes the game. It kind of gamifies everything. And to be honest, that's one of the things I really love about cycling, is it gamifies fitness, right? Like I'm looking at
Sure.
all the metrics, and okay, I was able to maintain this speed at this had, all those different things. It turns it into something engaging.
Okay, so setting the expectations.
But okay, so you just said though that didn't work for you for 10 years of chasing.
Well,
So
it becomes frustrating.
okay.
So I think having, sure, setting expectations is one way, but also having meetup points where I know we'll meet back up. Or the faster people take slightly longer detoured routes, but meet up at the same areas. And we used to do this
yeah,
before.
that's what you guys did
Yeah.
with me.
Right.
And with me,
Right.
actually, that's I thought that was cool.
So,
Back in the dinosaur ages, it feels like.
yeah. And I think it could still work now. I mean,
The
people doing it shifted a little.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Ultimately, it goes back to not riding together.
No, we are still riding together.
If departing and seeing each other on occasion throughout the ride is riding together, then yes.
Well,
but
then do you want to go a lot slower? Because we can't go a lot faster.
that is a hard limit. I'm working on it, but that's a hard limit.
So I think the solution is to go out together if we really want to ride together, and you take small detours and come back around, join us. We ride. We can. It's not like we can't ride together. There are just certain points where you guys will pull away.
So throwing out a hypothetical, which could be part of the equation. Say we wanted to bring in somebody new, right? And I'm kind of thinking back to my first ride, which was a little over a year ago. So you guys did something really interesting. Is you guys went out on a full throttle ride, and you're like, okay, we're all going to ride at 9 o'clock. So I meet up with you guys at 9 o'clock, and I had no idea you guys did the ride until later. But you guys did. You guys went out for the 8 o'clock, and you got all your juices out. And then it's like, okay, now we're going to go for Matt's first ride. All right, we're doing 10 miles an hour. We're going to go 10 miles far. And
You
guys
got 10 miles an hour?
maybe it was 12.
Where was I for this?
You bonked. You
Brother,
cramped.
was it really?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, I don't remember
we made
them.
the warm-up loop because you went out on the 8 a.m. ride. We did the warm-up loop and you cramped. And you're like, and I was kind of bummed because I was like, I'm gonna ride with the homies, and like you weren't you weren't there. But it was, I don't think it was frustrating for you guys, but now knowing like if you guys only did that ride, it absolutely would be because it was like it was slow. Looking back on it, it was a very slow ride.
That's the investment.
That is the investment. That's
Mhm.
true. And then I feel like you guys made a good investment in us.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I think we're pretty cool.
Sort of.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're friends with me. I feel like the answer is a little bit of everything. I don't think there is a perfect answer. And I think that's part of the struggle or part of the learning curve of riding as a group of friends, Peloton or not. Like that's the struggle. Some rides are going to be faster.
Yeah.
Some rides are going to be slower. And to mitigate it, I think that's I think the answer is communication.
Yeah. I think it'll keep evolving as we evolve.
With anybody, if there was another
Right.
group of people, they would handle it differently, and we're gonna handle it our way, which is probably the better way. But and we'll explain that to you for the next episode. No, joking.
To see how that
To see how that one goes, like and subscribe. No, joking. Thanks for joining us on our podcast. It's our first one. Thanks, guys.